This is part 1 of Excel Module 3, End of Module Project 2, and I have already opened up my start file and renamed it by changing the 1 to a 2 as instructed, and I've also got my instruction file opened already. Now, first thing it tells us to do is to go to the sales projection worksheet. You should have verified that your name was already on the documentation page. They want us to select the cell A1, and they want us to middle align the title Sales Projections. So instead of it being bottom align, we're going to change it to middle align. Then we're going to italicize the data or text that is in cell H1 by italicizing it. And then in cell I1, we're going to type the function equal now, open close parentheses. Your date and time functions in most cases do not require any arguments within the set of parentheses. And so what this tells it to do is to go get the system date from the computer and use it as the date to be placed inside of the worksheet in this cell. So when I hit the enter key, I have today's date. Step 3 says apply the formatting of the merge cell D2. I'm going to take myself back a little bit here. D2, where it has quarterly sales, just going to select it. I'm going to use my paintbrush, Format Painter, and I'm going to click on Projected Commissions. And then you'll notice that that creates the same room of formatting that we had for quarterly sales. Now has been applied to projected commissions. It says fill the range of C4 through E8. C4 through E8. Whoops, I'm taking a little bit further there than I meant to. With only the formatting from the range of B4 through B8. Okay, so I've highlighted that just so you know what we're going to apply it to. So I'm going to go get quarter one's values. I'm going to copy it or copy the formatting with the Format Painter brush, and then I'm just going to paint across those other 3 quarters. And now they have been properly formatted the same way that the first column had been. Then we say that we're going to click in cell F4 as our next step, and we want to insert a line, spark line, based on the data of B4 through E4. Fill the range Let me scoot this over a little bit so we can see it better. Fill the range F5 through F8 without formatting based on the contents of cell C4. Change the color of the spark lines to dark blue text 2, and then add markers to the spark lines. Okay, so the first one is cell F4. We want to go and insert, spark lines, align. The data range, and I'm just going to scroll back a little bit till I can see all quarters, would be B4 through E4, and you'll see that show up in the data range. You'll see an absolute reference to the location of $F, $4. That means that that particular spark line can only and will only be drawn in cell F4. So we'll just click on OK. Now, the next thing to do then would be to copy this spark line, and it says copy it without formatting based on the contents of cell F4. Now, you could choose the fill handle, and if you take it down, you're going to lose that double underline that you see underneath the numbers. So I'm going to undo that, and then I'm going to choose to copy it from here, and then I'm going to paste it to the range, and see if that makes a difference. So I'm going to pull down the bottom half of the paste button, and I'm just going to hover over the choices that I have. And let's see, keep the source formatting, no borders, keep source. Okay, pasting values, you really aren't pasting values. So down here we have formatting, paste link, paste options, linked picture. So the only thing that says formatting to me is this button here, but I don't see that it's done anything to make the adjustments to my trend analysis or my sparklines. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy it down with the fill handle. And what I'm going to do is hit the escape key, hopefully to get rid of that dancing marquee line. It'll eventually go away. Now I need my little green underline, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Format Painter tool and just click there. It's not going to change the way my sparkline's drawn. It's just going to give me that background color and that double underline I wanted. Now when you select one of the trend, you get all of them. So we're supposed to change the color of the sparkline, so we want to make sure that we are looking at design for sparkline. We're scrunched up here, so you'll have to click on design, and then we're supposed to change the color of the sparkline. Well, let's see, here it is, it's all scrunched up. No, that's marker color. Well, let me blow it out. It's easier for me to see what I'm looking for. There's the sparkline color. Sometimes it just helps to blow it out. And we're supposed to use this dark blue text 2, fourth one in the first row of theme colors. And then we're also supposed to turn on the markers. So we'll have little red dots, one for each quarter. And now I'll just minimize this, or actually restore it down to a floating window. So that should take care of step 4. Now it says to copy the formula in G4. So they have a formula there already for us, a sum function. Paste it in the range of G5 through G8, pasting only the formula and number formatting. So this is a case of me doing a copy and then highlighting the range I want to put it in, and then going back to the pull down list for paste. And I believe, let me just take a look here as I hover. Linked picture, paste link. Okay, I was better staying up here. Come on, show me what you got. Sometimes it just wants to hang, you know, there it is, the third one in the paste group. Formulas and number formatting. So I'm just going to click that, and it's going to take care of formatting those. Okay, now let's see here. We have goal seeking. So goal seeking is something that we would find in our data tab on the ribbon. Let's see where we're supposed to start. Set the average number of projects in cell H8 to the value of 120 by changing the average number of manufacturing components of H6. So the cell I want to change is H8, and then I want to go to data and go to what if analysis in the forecast group and choose goal seek. Now your little dialog box pops up, and what we want to do is we want to set H8 to whatever value, in this case 120. And what would we have to change the value? You'll notice they don't have a value in H6, but we'll type in H6 there. And we should see H8 changed to 120 because that's what we're trying to achieve. That's our goal. So when we click on OK, it'll calculate. It takes a moment for it to run through all possible scenarios. And so we get to a 120. It's going to take average projects of 132 for that particular sorry, I just chimed in my ear. Quarterly sales. Okay, so we're going to keep that. We decided we'll keep that, so we'll just say OK again. And at this point, it's probably a good idea for me to pause and start another section. So this concludes part 1.